Now, they're going to start here, and you have to go this direction. So you have to take out what they have in common. Now look at the numbers first. What do 6, 2, and 8 have in common?
They all have
2. And they all have a x. Now, instead of multiplying, I'm going to divide. So since their greatest common factor is 2x, I'm going to divide everybody by 2x. What you're dividing by goes in front of the parentheses, because that's what we multiply by the first time, right? So we're going backwards. So the 2x goes here.
Wait, so when we get like the problems, is it gonna be like the big numbers? And
Yeah.
then okay.
So we got the 2x in front of the parentheses. Now you do your division. What is 6 divided by 2?
3x to the second.
3x squared. That's where that came from. Okay, next one. 2x squared divided by 2x.
1x.
Just 1x. So that's where this came from. 8x divided by 2x?
4.
4. So that's what goes inside the parentheses. We're going backwards.
I'm scared to know.
Okay, now let's go here. We have 9a cubed minus 3a squared plus 6a. Look at their numbers. 9, 3, and 6. They have a 3. So I'm going to divide everybody by 3. Now look at their letters. A. So where does the 3a go? In front of the parentheses. So the first thing you do is you write down 3a and your parentheses. That's as far as you are right now. Now you do your division. What's 9a cubed divided by 3a?
3a to the second.
3a squared. Good? Okay. What's a negative 3a squared divided by 3a? Negative a, because the 3's cancel, 1a left. That's your second term. Are we getting it?
Yep.
Okay, what's 6a divided by 3a? That there's just a straight 2. Done. You take the greatest common factor, he goes out front, and then your parentheses with everything that you divided. Because distribution is multiplication, factoring is division. Okay, what's your question?
How come the 2 doesn't have an
What's a divided by a? Oh, what? What? What do they do? You're not supposed to tell me the answer. Cancel, so they're gone. You were worrying. All right, in here, these here are just the steps in words. Okay, so your first step, you find the greatest common factor, the coefficient, or the numbers. Then you find the greatest common factor of the variables. All right, that's what goes outside the parentheses. Then you do your division, and that's what goes inside the parentheses. Good so far?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try one. 10x to the 5th minus 5x cubed plus 25x squared. What do you do first? Which is what? 5. If you look at all 3 of them, they have a 5 in common. So far I have a 5 in front of my parentheses.
5x.
Now you look at your x's. I have 5 x's, 3 x's, and 2 x's. What's my greatest common?
5x.
X squared. Good job. What? If there's 5 here, 3 here, and 2 here, what's the most I can take out?
5.
2. No, it's always the lowest one. So this is 5x squared. So 5x squared is what they have in common. Everybody get it? Okay.
I'm paying
Okay,
attention.
parentheses. Okay, 10x to the 5th divided by 5x squared. 10 divided by 5 is 2x cubed.
Didn't you say 4?
Nope, 5 minus 2. 3.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to do
All right. Negative, yeah, the next one, the 5's cancel. 3 minus 2 is 1, so that's x to the 1st.
The other one's 2. Minus 1.
Negative 5, good. The x's cancel. Okay, you have factored out what they have in common. What's the question, Christian? I thought you had a question. Nope, Eric?
How did you why is it 5x squared? How do you figure that out?
Because I had 5 x's here, 3 here, and 2 here. What's the most I can take out of every single one of them?
Apparently you do.
Okay, yeah, because there's 5 here. There's 3 here,
Oh, okay.
and there's 2 here.
Yeah, you can't take, yeah, it's
See how they all have 2 of them?
Oh,
So it looks
Since
like
they
a
all
W.
have 2, I can take 2 of them out.
Why do you have a W?
Good? Any other questions?
Why do you have a W?
You're done. Okay, you have 2 of them, a partner practice and a regular practice. Get them done? Okay, any questions on that? And see why the 3 wasn't quite right.
yes.
All
The
right.
second one?
Oh, I already asked.
Okay, what does the bottom one have in common?
3.
3 what? 3x. So I'm going to
10x squared.
divide everybody by
Can't even say yeah, right?
3x. So the 3x goes in front. What do I have left?
10x squared.
10x squared.
Opposed to.
2x. Yeah, 2x. Plus 1. Plus 1.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, he didn't, he put X.
I was expecting to have 0 back there, you forgetting. Usually, this is my biggest
Actually,
mistake.
no, it's correct.
Because what's 3x divided by 3x?
1.
1. And you know what people do? Forget it.
Hey,
And this is
can you have an X there?
No. Because what's
This is-
3x?
Oh,
No.
where'd my pencil go right now? Where?
Okay. Any questions on that one? Did everybody get the 1?
Yeah.
I
I have
did.
a question.
I
I'm
did
very
it.
proud of you, but it still makes me sad.
This is
Okay, go.
Wait, I have a
Hey, it's alright, you
Does that
can
mean
be
that we get
disappointed
candy?
in me.
This is
Factory in
alright.
4 terms. This
And my
seems
actual
like-
question.
Oh my goodness.
No, you are listening right
I
now.
don't feel very good.
Okay. This is,
I'm already done with
Hard.
Actually, no, I'm not. Never mind.
She didn't kill you.
and you.
Oh.
Not a word from you. Okay, when you're looking at this, this is what we did last chapter. I'm going to show you what you did and how you undo it. So the first thing you did, if I gave you 2 of them, what'd you do with the x? You took it times what?
Times everything else.
Yeah, you said that was x times, right there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, what you really did is you took the x times everybody in that parenthesis. So the x times the x plus 2. Make sense? Okay, now what was the second step you did?
You did the next number.
The 3 times everybody in the parentheses. So this is 3 times everybody in that x plus 2. Okay, you understand it, right? All right. Now we have to go backwards.
No.
If you look at this, how many terms are up here?
4.
No,
wait.
there's
3.
only 2.
What?
Because this is multiplied. So that's 1 term,
Oh.
and this is 1 term. Now remember, when we're factoring, we're taking out a greatest common factor. It doesn't have to be a straight number or letter. It can be a parenthesis. What do those 2 terms have in common? X plus 2. See how they both have x plus 2 in common?
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to take out x plus 2. Well, if that's my greatest common factor, where does he go?
No.
In
what?
the front. So I write down x plus 2, and I put in my parentheses.
Yeah, this is just yeah.
Okay, now when I divide, what do I have left? If you divide this, what do you got left?
Nothing.
No, the x is still here.
Yeah, you have X plus 2.
Uh-huh. You divide here, what do you have left?
3.
3. So now you have x plus 3. You've just factored.
But don't you only have 1 X?
Do you want me
Do I only have 1 x?
Yeah.
Where do you, really? What's here?
This is dumb.
I know. Are you there? Okay,
No.
now I want to show you where this is
I
going.
haven't.
Just a second. Now, if I set this thing equal to 0, you can actually graph this. Are you ready?
No, please don't make us come.
You're going to. Well, you're not going to graph. I just want to show you. Later on, you get to graph. So x plus 2 equals 0, and x plus 3 equals 0. Everybody good?
Nope.
Okay, how do I solve for x?
Get rid of the
You have
girlfriend.
to, yeah.
Get rid of the girlfriend. That's not the girlfriend, that's the chaperone.
The chaperone.
Okay, and over here?
Get rid of the.
Chaperone.
All right, what those are, guys, is this is leading into parabolas. These are points on a graph.
No.
I knew you would be excited.
No.
So that's negative 2, 0, and that's negative 3, 0. What this is going to look like, and I know you don't know yet, but this is where you're going. It looks like this.
Oh.
You are going to get the graph. Really? Aren't you excited?
No.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm not.
Absolutely not. Huh?
Oh, Krista.
Okay, here we go.
Call me.
In words,
Oh, we're
we
gonna.
are going to do 4 terms. So we have to learn how to do 4, 3, and 2. We're starting with 4 because it's actually the easiest.
Joke.
I am not.
Just go
There's not more stuff.
It does. That's what makes it easy.
Why can't we just go
Okay, first 4. You take the first 2 and you group them. So I want to make little bitty problems. Okay? So you put the first 2 together. So what do you think you do next?
Me put the next.
You put the next 2 together. So I have the first 2 together and the last 2 together, they're grouped. Now I'm going to take out what they have in common, but they're 2 baby problems. So I look at the first group and I take out what it has in common.
I get that.
Then I take the second group and I take out what it has in common. Now you guys are new to this, so guess what those parentheses are going to look like?
It's a hard
They're
problem.
going to be, what do you think? Wrong.
Scary.
Hard.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
no.
that-
What do you think's gonna happen once I take out and I group them? What do you think these parentheses
You're
are
gonna-
always going to be?
Multiple, the same.
They're always gonna be the same. Is that always true?
No.
No. Is it true for you?
Yes.
Yes, because you're babies, right?
We're babies. We're not babies.
Okay, here we go.
I am. Oh,
Everybody at the 6x squared.
Nope.
That's yes and yes. Where you're at. Okay, first step, what do I do?
Put
You
Group.
group them.
So I put the first 2 together. Now, is that plus sign gonna cause us some issues?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, it's okay when it's a plus, but not when it's
Minus,
negative.
because you have to distribute
No, I am not distributing. He only goes to what term?
the first.
The one right beside him. So we have to do, you know, when you make that plus a negative, you have to do it here, or it won't work.
Wait, you have to make it a.
If this was negative, I'd have to
Okay.
make him plus and put that negative with that term.
Oh, okay. Wait,
Okay.
just the first one?
Just the first one. Okay, so I got the first,
Hold the phone.
Go ahead.
what?
Explain.
Yeah, better have a better
Explain.
question.
Explain. This isn't a question. This is a demand. Explain that.
What?
The negative thing.
Yeah, well, the next problem's gonna happen.
I only know the
So
first
give
one.
us a second and you will see it. All right, I grouped the first one
Can I drop the shot?
and you grouped the second. What did we do with the first one?
Ow.
You find the GCF.
Greatest common factor.
What a bro.
So what do 6x and 3x have in
X
common?
and a 3.
A 3 and an x. So 3x and 3x, where's the 3x go?
And from the parentheses.
If you are not paying attention, when I am teaching you how to have factors, so help me child.
I was trying to come on that.
Now,
You're talking about.
nope, him. Okay, what is 6x squared divided by 3x? 2x. What is 3x divided by 3x?
1.
1. Good. Okay, the next one is the tricky one.
Uh,
What do 2x plus 1, what do they have in common?
X. No, 1.
30
The other 2x plus 1.
1.
No, what does this 2x plus 1?
One. One.
Nothing, right? Or 1. Okay, you don't have to put the 1 out front here, but it helps so you don't make mistakes.
Why would we?
But wouldn't it be the same answer?
It's the same either way, but a lot of times when we cancel, you forget him. And you can't forget him. So I'm just telling you, it's not mandatory, but it's helpful. Okay, now we're here. What's the same between these two?
2x plus 1.
2x plus 1. That's my greatest common factor, so that goes here. And this goes here. Okay, so where does that 2x plus 1 go?
I don't get, like, aren't you dividing that, so wouldn't that cancel?
Uh-huh.
And then why is there another 2x?
Oh, no. When you took the 3x out, where did you put him?
But what?
Where did you put the 3x, the greatest common factor?
Oh, so you divide this.
When you had 6x squared plus 3x, we divided by 3x. Did the 3x disappear?
No.
No, it went out front.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the 2x plus 1.
Yeah, they both have 2x plus 1 in common.
Yeah.
So that goes out front, just like the 3x. The 3x is your greatest common factor, he goes out front. What's your greatest common factor this time? 2x plus 1. He goes out in front. It's what you have in common.
Then they, how'd they get the 3x?
Now, you gotta wait. So the 2x plus 1 went here, right? So now you put in your parentheses. Now the 2x plus 1 does what? Cancels. What do you have left? 3x. 2x plus 1 cancels. What do you have left? 1.
But, okay, so wait.
equation,
you
I
did
have
that?
to add the
Okay.
answer.
Wait, could it ever be like 4x plus 1 and 2x plus 1?
Oh, yeah.
Can
It could
I,
be anything.
So they don't have to be the same?
Oh, can these two be different? If those two are different, you don't know if that factors in that.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
can you, repeat that last part?
Challenge accepted.
Say it again.
It was like 2x plus 1 and 4x plus 1.
No, you can't. If this was, if these two parentheses do not match right now, you don't know how to do it.
Challenge accepted.
So they have to match, otherwise you're doing it wrong.
Well, in this case, in your world, yes.
Get me a practice problem on that board. I bet you I do it.
Okay, are we getting there? Do I have more
No,
questions?
yes.
What?
How'd you get the 1 again? I draw it.
How was that my problem? So you want me to go back because you weren't paying attention?
No, I dropped my pencil.
Yeah,
I
pretty
didn't
much.
pick it up.
2x plus 1 cancels, what's left? 1. Alright. Now, you set them both equal to 0.
Yep.
So we know where they go on the graph. Are we gonna graph them right now?
No.
So we subtract the 1. Is everybody there?
Shuffle.
So this part's easy. Divide by
2.
subtract the 1, divide by 3. These are your points.
1.
Okay,
To be honest, Mrs. Carter, I really don't like any of this.
well, if you pay attention, you would, instead of spacing off and looking at the back door.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we would have
Oh,
liked
but I was
it.
trying to crack my neck.
That's-
Okay, now, this is the one I was talking about. What's gonna mess with us?
The
Negative.
negative.
And what do we have to do with him?
You have to
God,
distribute the
I
thing.
don't
You do
Maybe
not
one.
distribute. He is attached to the 10.
Okay, so you only change the 10y.
Yes. So he becomes plus a negative. Everybody got it?
Wow.
What are,
When you put the parentheses, though, how come you don't distribute the negative onto the 8?
because the negative one is not attached to the 8. That's why you have to be careful. If you do that,
Oh.
that is wrong.
But we did that last chapter. and you
That's
said
when there
this
were
is just,
parentheses. This
Yeah,
does
this
not
is
how-
have
you should-
parentheses.
Yeah, but then you told us, so we should do that before we put the parentheses, so we don't get
Yes.
confused.
If you do that, before you put in the parentheses, it will be wrong. You'll do it wrong. So you always change your middle sign first, okay? First step has to be changed. Second step, what do we do now?
What parentheses?
Parentheses around the first, guys, is mine the same as yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because there's two of them.
No,
that are-
no, it's a 10x.
Take out the X. Okay, so we have the two
Yeah.
parentheses. Everybody there?
Why do we take out the x?
Because it was typed wrong in your packet. There's another one typed wrong too.
Did I?
Okay, what do the first two have in common? An X. So I'm gonna divide this guy by X and this guy by X. So where does he go?
5y,
In the front, and then I have
5y plus 4x, 4.
4. Good. Okay, now I'm on to where?
2.
Not quite. Close. What kind of 2?
Negative.
Negative 2.
Oh,
Because it's a
it's
negative 10 and a negative 8. Are we
Do
good?
you want it to be a positive 2?
No, I want to take out the negative 2.
So when you divide by 10, it would be negative by, not positive by?
I'm not dividing by 10, I'm dividing by negative 2.
Negative 10.
These guys have negative 2 in
So you want to
common.
make it positive? So you want to make it positive.
I do, because he's positive.
Oh, no.
So
Okay,
negative
so I'm
2.
taking out the negative 2, what do I have left?
5 more.
2 times y.
All right. Do the parentheses match?
Nope. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. So what do these two terms have in common?
5y plus 4.
So I have to divide by 5y plus 4. Where does that, whoops. can't
In
write.
front.
In front, because that's what they have in common. So the 5y plus 4 is their greatest common factor. He's there. Okay, if I divide him out, what am I left with?
X
Minus
minus 2.
Well done.
Thank you.
Pretty easy.
It is.
Wait, is that all we
easy.
do then?
Well, no. What's the last step? What do you do with
We
these two
have to do the
things?
last step?
Yeah, make it equal to 0.
Good. How do I solve this one?
Be negative 4 over 5.
Yeah, give me a minute. Who's so quick here?
Oh, sorry.
All right, I can get there.
I have
So y equals negative 4 over 5, and over here x equals
2. Negative 2.
no
Positive
positive. You
2.
gotta add him over.
Oh, yeah. Not 5.
Okay, wait, go back. Oh, I'm not doing it. No, go up more. Okay, go. Christian, move your head. Or not.
Questions? Or just copy? Okay, you had two practices. Parentheses here. Whoops. And parentheses here, and you fixed your notes. Okay, what did you take out of the first set? T. They both have a T in common. So T went out. What did you have left?
They can do it. Because the summer would be negative.
7W minus 5. There's no negative by the 7. Okay.
Why not?
Easy.
You divide by negative 1.
Why would I divide by negative 1?
That's what you just told me.
No.
My positive.
They have a positive 1 in common.
I told you that. No, you didn't.
You did not.
I am done. You are
Okay.
not close.
What do the two terms have in common?
Stop raising your hand.
Okay, so this is 7W minus 5. 7W minus 5. So what goes in front?
7y minus 5.
7W minus 5. When I cancel that, what's left?
T.
Plus 1. Yes. Good job.
Just saying, Jordan didn't do that.
Are we there?
No.
I am done. What part?
Oh, yeah, I'm dancing.
I'm scared.
Wait, where's the other practice? You said we had 2.
It's not T equals 5 either.
There's 2.
You get T plus 1.
Did you get a 0.7?
Oh, when we solve it?
Not 5.
So you leave that a fraction.
The heck is that?
So I'm going to go over here because I'm out of room.
Oh, okay.
So 7W minus 5 equals 0.
Equals
7W equals 5 divided by 7.
5, 7.
And then over here, T is going to equal what?
Negative 1.
Negative 1.
T plus 1 equals 0. So T equals negative 1. Okay. Are we good?
Can I get that drink now?
No, we are not done.
Why?
Okay, I want to show you some things that mess children up. Because when you see x squared equals 5x,
Yeah.
if there's an x on both sides, I can divide by x, right?
Yeah.
Then I get x equals 5.
Well, that's not right.
But it's not right. It is. You can do, okay, so here I divide both of them by x, the x's cancel, and I get x equals 5.
Why would that be wrong?
It's because of the way parabolas work, or x squared. Because when you take a square root of something, you get a positive and a negative answer. So when you just divide by a variable, it cancels out one of your solutions, so you miss one. So when you go here to do this, you can't do the division by x. You have to set it equal to 0.
But then when it
So,
Why do you have it
minus-
negative 5 since that was positive?
Yep, so to get this guy over here, how do you move it over?
Subtractor.
We have to subtract the 5x. So when I subtract the 5x, I get 0, and x squared minus 5x. Now, what do they have in common?
X.
X. They both have an x. So the x goes in front of the parentheses, and the x minus 5 is what goes inside. Are we good so far?
Wait, why,
Sure, I mean, like.
why
So-
would you have to do it the other
So-
way if it's the same
So
answer?
say.
No, this is wrong. This is wrong. This will not work.
But then
You
put-
get one of your answers, but did you get both of your answers?
Oh, okay.
You have to be able to get them both.
Oh.
So now, this is one thing, and this is your second.
So,
So you have to set them both equal to 0. So I have a question.
if you have a number in front of the X, like the second X,
Sure. Like 3?
yeah. Like in the parentheses,
Oh, here?
yeah, would it should be the same?
What?
Yeah, you would just divide by it when you're done.
Okay.
So this one here is just x equals 0, he's done. And over here, you have to add your 5. Okay, do you see how there's 2 answers?
Mhm.
In your other way, you only got 1. Because x squares are those parabolas that cross the x-intercept twice. There's always 2 answers. Well, not always, but most of the time there's 2
And this
answers.
part you just lied to us.
I did, but it's because you don't know anything.
Are you calling us stupid?
Well, you just don't know that parabola
Really?
goes up and down and
She's
not
calling us
touch and.
Yeah.
You
I
will
know
get
that.
there, but
I know
not
that.
yet.
Chrissy, I know that.
Okay, you have a distraction. Any questions for Maddie?
Oh my God.